Unfortunately, most parents are themselves in need of self-knowledge and education, life education. So the way they treat their kids, especially their daughters, is pretty horrible. So the way boys and girls are differentially introduced to sports, and all the little cues that girls keep getting, little but continuous. Their very seats at the dining table, who is supposed to help with the dishes, who's supposed to go outdoors to play, who's supposed to have the guns and who'll have the dolls. Who can walk around topless even at the age of 7 or 8, right? 7 or 8, the bodies are not so different. But even if the girl is 7 years of age and she's on a beach, the mother will probably ask her to not go topless. And that's not about strangers prying on her. Even if there is nobody on the beach, the mother will say, "Oh, you please cover up." So all that turns the girl very body-centric, and that plays havoc with consciousness. A caricature she turns out into, with no appetite for anything sublime. The body becomes a toy, the body becomes a weapon, and the mind becomes numb. The result of all this is stupidity. And then you have the caricature of the dumb blonde, right? Heard of it? Huh? All that is very unfortunate, no? But what's that meant to communicate? Someone who is gorgeous, sexy, sexually very compelling, but very dumb of mind. Why does it come to that, if at all? Why must this unfortunate thing be allowed to happen? No, it's not allowed to happen. It's made to happen. And we do that with our daughters, because we ourselves are body identified in the first place. So, these are just two genders, not two different species, right? Man and woman, these are just two genders, different genders, not different species. So her fundamental identity is exactly the same as that of the man. Her fundamental urge is exactly the same, and she wants liberation every bit as much as the man wants. But we do not realize that, because the society itself has been historically man-dominated. And man has no interest in looking at the woman as a conscious entity. Man would rather look at the woman as a material sexual object to be consumed. And very unfortunately, the woman too has imbibed this idea. This idea comes from the man, and it's not that this idea serves the man. No. This idea has poisoned even the man's consciousness. Not that this idea is good for one gender and exploitative towards the other. No, this idea has destroyed both the genders. And the woman too has embraced this idea of her body, her identity, her life. It's the mothers that destroy their daughters the most. So it's very curious, no? Sometimes you find fathers being liberal and they do not want the daughter uh, to develop into the typical woman. Huh? More liberal and broad minded fathers, and it's the mother who wants to confine the daughter and turn her into the stereotypical woman. So that's the worst thing that can happen. The woman herself imbibing a male centric idea of femininity. She does not need to be to develop herself as a toy for the man. She is consciousness. She deserves to know, learn, explore, experience. Learning is the purpose of her life. Growth is what she is born for. She's not born to give birth. She has taken birth for her own growth, not to give birth to 5 other entities. She does not exist to serve the husband or the kids or somebody else. Her primary purpose is to serve her own existential internal need. And that is for liberation. That's what she wants. So she has to get this body-centered image out of her mind. She has to stop believing that being a wife and being mother are very important things. Only then can there be liberation for the woman. As long as the idea of womanhood is tied to her sexual life, which includes life as a mother, there is no hope for the girl, the woman, and all that is quite sad. Let's change that. We have already had enough destruction. Let the girls of today put an end to all that crap. Right?